So in this video, it doesn't quite go exactly as I planned. The initial plan was to change the UV bulb, film it, it's a 2-minute job, cut that down to a couple of seconds, and basically me standing here saying, yeah, what I did was I changed the UV bulb in my UV system, and as I'm talking, showed in the background of how I do it, because it's a 2-minute job. You unplug one end, you unplug the other, you draw the bulb out, you put the bulb back in, and you plug it back in. Dead easy. But what I didn't spot at the time was this little leak that I didn't see, was this little leak from one end that escalated the day somewhat. So I'll hand you over to me 2 days ago. So as you can tell by my attire, this was an unplanned day. The idea was to just go in, chuck another UV bulb in, ultraviolet bulb in, clear the water up a little bit because I think it just needed doing, and I find a cracked inner sleeve, quartz glass as well. So when this goes, if you haven't got to spare one of these around, I don't know what you're going to do. Because these aren't cheap to buy, these little tubes of glass, because it's quartz, so it ain't cheap. A little bit of glass just broke off there. I don't know how it's done it. Like I say, all I did was, as you saw, I took one tube out, put another tube back in, put it all back together, started leaking, and that's why. However, about 4 years ago, I saw on eBay a full system, a full unit like I've got, for 20 quid. And I thought, oh, that'd be ideal for spares. And Shazam, 20 quid, eBay, about maybe 5 years ago. And it's just sat in my loft. So the first thought when that glass broke, oh poop, what am I going to do? And then my second one was, oh, 5 years ago, bought this. So I'm going to strip this down, hopefully the quartz in this one's any good, and then replace it with this one. So it looks like I'm going to need another rubber seal as well, because the rubber seal has disappeared. I don't know where it's gone. Just disappeared. I think what it was, I needed one of these. I needed that, one of these had broke, because these are prone to cracking. And that had cracked, and that's hence why that's not on there. So let's get this one out. Oh. There we go. Had to borrow one of these seals as well, because there's one missing on the other one. So there we have it. That was lucky, wasn't it? It's quite good nick as well, actually. A little bit of rubbish I might just try to get out. Right, seal off one end. Feed glass into hole. Right, let's get it turned on and see if we've sussed that leak. You know that expression, doesn't rain it pours. Now I found one of the rubber boots has got a split in it or something. So that, luckily, this is my last spare. So I'll have to take this old boot off and then right, that's back on again, so let's kick it back in. I tell you, I don't know whether this should come out today or not. This is just one scenario after another. The door's just broken up. I'll show you in a minute. The door's just broken on one of my access hatches as well. I don't know whether today should have happened. I think go back to bed in a minute. Right, I wasn't even going to film this today. just as soon as everything started happening, I thought I'll let you know what I'm doing in case somebody can learn from what I'm doing. But yeah, that's simple. I'm going to just change the ball, unplug one end, put another one in, resulted in broken inner glass of me ultraviolet light, and then putting it back on again. Big cracks. That was the leak. That was the one that was leaking. And then my door's broken on me and my access hatch. I think I'm going to go back to bed, or just close everything and just go away, because everything I seem to touch today breaks. Anyway, back to you in the studio. So thanks, Andy. What a pain in the bum that was. That 2-minute job took, I would say, most of the morning on that day. That just kept going on and on and on and on. What the video I was going to say was, oh look, a lovely freshly painted pond. What I decided to do was just paint it a lot brighter colour, for whatever reason. And also seen a little bit of blanket weed growth happening in the fountain, and just on the side of the walls, little wispy bits. So I thought I'd just do a dose one night, just take a half dose in of cloverleaf blanket answer, and just let that work away over the next few days, especially with the weather being so good. You know, it's really encouraging the growth of algae and blanket weed. And as you can see, I've decided to put on one of my winter covers, because I have Mr. OJ there, or is it Mrs.? I have no idea, who loves to float around on the surface. Been doing this for the last 2 years now, and somebody commented the other day. I put a little post in the communications bit, in my posty bit, and it said, you know, basically I've done this because of this fish here, and asked me, well, what's wrong with it? I have no idea. OJ is probably the remaining original fish in my pond. He's maybe 25, 30 years old-ish. I don't know. He was in the pond when I had the house 22 years ago, 21 years ago. So he was in the original house when I had the original pond, and he was in that pond then. He was only sort of so big then, and you know, this is where he is now. So he's been doing this since 2022-ish, I think. Decides to sit on the surface and just hang around there. So I'll put this on just to make sure it doesn't get burned. Obviously I've got my umbrella up as well, which is so much better. and I'm just slowly watching the water temperature go up to 20, I think we're on 23 degrees now, water temperature. So I'm almost into growing temperature of the pond. So I need to get banging some growing food into the pond, I think, because it's sort of, they reckon that the ideal growth temperature, and again, if you know better, below, comment below, is sort of at 23s, 25s degrees, and you can hold it there a little bit. But I don't know how long it's going to last. This lovely weather we're having, everybody's making a massive deal about, you know, on the board over there. And we're going to check the temp. So 35 degrees in the back garden at the moment. And this is like dinner time-ish. But the other day at 4 o'clock, I had this one, 40 something degrees in the back garden. Woohoo! For me, okay, yeah, it's just heat. You know, I was watching the news this morning, and the BBC were just, well, I don't know why I watch BBC News, but it was nothing else to watch, and they were just blowing this thing up and saying what a massive problem this is. But I don't know, maybe I'm up in the cooler parts and you're down south having a bigger problem, or you're in France and Belgium and down that way that are having 40 degrees record temperatures. So keep cool, everybody out there, keep cool, keep hydrated, and maybe go for a dip in your pond. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, ding the bell for notifications, share to all your friends, but click the like, and you know why by now. I'm just saying. Thanks very much for watching Aquatic Lifestyle.